Yo, what's going on, guys? I hope you guys enjoyed my part 1 of building. We're just gonna go ahead and get right into the part 2. Before I do that though, I want to tell you guys that these videos I'm gonna be making are mainly for people who are not very good at building, which if you are good at building doesn't mean you shouldn't watch it, just because there might be something that you don't know how to do very well. You can still do it, but you can't do it perfect, right? Like, not saying that I'm perfect at doing all these things, but I want to talk about the very first 90 to start this video off, because I didn't show this 90, but it's called the infinite 90. It's hard to explain. You basically, so if you want to start learning these, I would learn to do default 90s first. So once you start getting these down really smooth, all you want to do an infinite 90 is literally do not jump. Do everything you just did, but don't press the jump. Like, don't press your spacebar or, you know, whatever controller bind you're using on your controller. This is all I can really explain about it. Like, I just go in this simple rotation of, okay, I know how to do default. Okay, so basically all I gotta do is just don't jump, right? That's all I gotta, like, not do. So I mean, I'll slow this down for you guys so you guys can see if you want to like look into it and study it, I guess. But like I said, my favorite 90s to do are probably all of them. I don't know. I mean, the ones I do the most are default and then probably zigzag. I usually never do spider 90s. Sometimes I do, maybe. That's the thing too that I forgot to mention. You should definitely learn to 90 both ways. So 90 to the right and then 90 to the left. How I learned to do this was literally, literally how I learned to do 90s both ways is I would do 190 and then I would go the other way. Do 190 and then go the other way. Do right, do left. Now, instead of doing it like that, what you can do is go up, put 2 ramps, go up, put 2 ramps, go up, put 2 ramps. So this is how I sort of learned to do 90s both ways at first. Why I'm saying you should learn to do 90s both ways is because if the opponent, let's say you're coming out of your box, opponent is on that side or over here, this direction, instead of going out and 90 to the left, because I'm super open like this, he can laser the heck out of me, right? I would realize that he's up that way, so I would instantly do 90s to the right. So if you look at it, I'm already pretty blocked here. Like, I did those super quick. His reaction time probably won't be that fast, but I did those super quick. Now that's why I'm saying, so if he's on that side, I want to do 90s to the left because I want to be able to block him from seeing me. Because if he's on my right and I do 90s to the left, he is going to wreck me. Because if you look here, I am, what the hell? I'm so much more open than I would be if I did the 90 this way. You see what I'm saying? Because like right here, look what she has. He has all this room to just look at me. Right here, all he has is this little peak right here, a little peak right through here, instead of all this. So that's why I think you should learn 90s both ways. This next part, we're gonna talk about how to use your pyramids and why you should use them. So to start it off with is there's this guy, which is my really good buddy now. His name is Mari. I met him in this random game, and he wanted to 1v1 me at the end of the day. And I mean, he literally just shit on me because I didn't really know what creative was. Like, I didn't know what the point of it was or anything at the time. And I didn't realize it could, you know, help you improve your skill a lot faster than just playing regular games and just, you know, playing for fun. He would literally cone me every time, and just, I couldn't keep height because every time I went to go get height, I'm running and then I just get coned all of a sudden, right? So I'm just like, oh, great. But, you know, I got like, I was just, you know, like embarrassed, I guess, at the end of that fight because he just shit on me. Like, I couldn't do anything. Like, he was just better than me at the mechanics of using pyramids and just building faster. So he showed me like an edit course of like mongrels, or I don't remember who it was, but it's like mongrel or somebody. But I wanted to practice. Like I just wanted to grind because it was just so much fun hitting this timer, going all the way down, coming back, and then doing it faster the next time. But what I would do to learn these pyramids was not only to do edit courses to learn to edit, but I would start off by going into creative, and if there's nobody there, like I don't even care. I would just go in, act like there's somebody there. I would go out 90 up and then place a pyramid. And I'd just sit here, 90 up, place a pyramid. I would practice doing this all day, just sit here placing my pyramids, because once I learned to place my pyramids here, once I saw an opening like if I can put this here like this, my first reaction was put a pyramid him. You know what I mean? Like I was just getting so much faster at it by just practicing doing 90s and then editing out through it. So if you want to start learning to do 90s, the way I did it was just going into creative, doing some 90s, putting a pyramid, editing through it. Just sit and do this for a little bit. Now for this next part, what you can also do with the pyramid, let's say you're both in a situation where you're like this, you're like trying to ramp over each other. What you do is you put the pyramid, and then once you edit through this pyramid, pull out whatever build you want. So if you want to hold a pyramid, if you want to hold a ramp, or even a floor, you know, whatever you think is best in that situation. So all you got to do is, once you do this, you do your whole 90, put a pyramid, hold your cone. Like after you edit through that, hold your cone, and it will automatically place right here on their ramp. All right, so once you got your 90s down, and you got your pyramids down, and then you got your pyramids, and then another pyramid or a ramp or whatever you like, what to do in this situation if someone's underneath your pyramid right here, there's tons of things you can do. You have to be able to react fast to what they are going to do and what you should do. So in this situation, what I either do is I place a floor there or there, because they're most likely going to jump out the side over here. So they're going to be looking like this. So in this situation, I would either jump out this way, jump out that way, or come back this way. So what I would do if I'm on this side, basically I'm kind of the attacker here instead of the defender. It's like a guessing game. So if I think they're going to jump out left or right, I will do two things. I will either edit this, or I'll place a floor or floor. So you got to pay attention. So if you do this, they are most likely going to either put a floor here to block themselves from you editing and shooting them, or they're just going to go for the jump around. So if they do not, you have to be very fast to like what I'm trying to show you here. I'm just showing you in slow motion, but like what it would look like fast is completely different because it depends on your reaction time. If you see that they don't have a floor here, what you want to do is react fast enough to edit this. Now, once you do edit this and they don't have a floor there, that means they either jumped out or went that way. But if they do jump out, it's 10 times better, because they're most likely going to jump out and put a floor here, right? Do some shit like that. All you gotta do, literally just edit this. It'll break and they'll fall, and you can just get a free shot on them. Same thing here. If they do have a floor, try to guess which way they're gonna go, or just block both ways. Literally run up on the ramp and go like that. Just do some, just spam your shit, doesn't matter. And then whatever side they're on, they're most likely going to end up doing this right here. So you block them, they're gonna hit their head, and they're gonna be like that. What you can do is literally just edit fast, pump them in the head. Same thing here, edit fast, pump them in the head. Just a simple technique to use whenever you are learning to do that. Now I don't know if this will be hard for players. I'm not sure. I learned this like a long time ago, so like, I'm not sure. But I think it's super easy if you just sit and practice editing through your pyramid, holding that, going up, editing through your pyramid, holding that. I think this is a pretty basic way to block your enemies. Once you do learn to use your pyramids, I felt like when I was using my pyramids and I got used to just 90ing up, using them, doing that, I felt like it was way easier for me to block my enemies when they are trying to take high for me. So like every time I see an opening of, let's say they're like all the way up here like this, and I'm just down here like this, I can still cone them here. So like every time I see a ramp above me like that, I would just practice jumping and just looking up and coning them, going out the side, and look, you got a free shot. Like, it's so, cones are so good to use. So like if you're on PC and you're not very good using cones and you don't know what bind to use for them, I would either recommend using on your mouse if you have an open spot, like a side button. I'm not talking about your middle mouse button or anything like that. I don't like middle mouse button because I feel like when I press that, I have to press that with my pointer finger or my other finger, my middle finger, right? So I feel like it takes my hand off of my aiming a little bit more. But I use left control, so I'd recommend using left control or left shift or maybe VB, like something easy you can press that you're decently good at pressing. But cones are very important to use. They're very good at blocking enemies. I definitely recommend using them and practicing them, because first time I didn't do it, I got shit on, and then I wanted to practice them and I got way better at it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it I want to talk about this video. I will have a part 3 to this video explaining jump arounds. Like, I'm gonna show you guys how to do all the different jump arounds. So like that jump right there is like my favorite one to do, and I'm gonna show you guys in that video for part 3, which will be out probably, I'm thinking Sunday or Monday, most likely. But yeah, in part 3 I'm gonna talk about jump arounds, and then I probably will have a part 4. I may just keep this going for a bit, maybe part 4, part 5, part 6, maybe, I'm not sure, just depending on what I think is pretty easy and pretty, you know, simple to learn once you practice it enough. But yeah, I appreciate all the support, guys. I do stream on Twitch every day around 4:30 CST, PM, 4:30 PM CST. If you guys want to stop by and say hi, it's cool. Not, you know, you do you. We do have a nice 3-day weekend coming up. Should have a nice, everyone should be off Monday, I believe. I think it's Martin Luther King Day or something like that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Later.